Hey guys, in today's video I'm going to be going through all of my perfume samples. I thought this would be kind of a little bit of a different video to do because a lot of people have perfume samples but you don't really get to hear them talk about their thoughts. Just because I don't have a full bottle doesn't mean I can't give you guys an idea of what a perfume smells like, and I'm going to be sharing which ones I would purchase a full bottle of and which ones I'll probably just finish and that I'll probably never purchase. So I'm going to be going through these, and this way you guys can get an idea of my thoughts on some different perfumes that aren't necessarily in my collection yet. Before we get into it, I would love if you would consider subscribing down below. It means a lot to me. I also have a main channel that I've been doing for several years now, and on that channel I do a lot of hair videos, and then I also do some lifestyle and some beauty videos. So don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it, and let's get into it. Okay, this feels a little bit odd since I've never done a video like this where I'm not showing my face throughout the video, but I thought this might be a little bit easier so that you guys can see everything that I have, and I'll just dump out my samples. So these are all of my perfume samples besides the ones that I have in this little container. These are all from Zara. I recently picked up 2 of the Zara sample packs, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on these ones as well. But I'd like to get through at least some of these first. I also have some of these dossier samples that come with a full bottle so you can try out the scent. These are perfumes mostly that you guys already know my thoughts on, so I'm going to go over them really briefly. I'll set those aside for now. First, let's get into a perfume that's pretty popular, and this is one that I do really like the scent of, but there's actually another one out there that I prefer to this that's very similar. So I'm going to say I wouldn't purchase a full bottle of this one, but I do really like the scent. This is Issey Miyake Low Dissy. And this is a very fresh, aquatic, sort of lotus flower scent. It has a little bit of a saltiness to it. I know what this one smells like because I've smelled it recently, so I'm not going to spray it on paper. But I will say that I've had on my list for a long time now the Ines Energy of the Sea fragrance, and I actually prefer that one. I smelled it at a boutique in Florida, purchased it for a friend, and have been wanting a bottle of my own ever since. I just never went out and got it. So that is on my list to pick up. Ines Energy of the Sea Cologne. It's a unisex fragrance, and it's really affordable as well. While I do like the Issey Miyake and the other one does lack a little bit of that lotusy sort of scent, I do prefer it over this one, so I won't be purchasing a bottle. One that I am obsessed with, however, is this Amouage Sunshine Woman. This I picked up from luckyscent. This is like a chewy apricot sort of scent with tobacco in it. Although it doesn't have apricot in it, it has osmanthus, which smells apricot-y to me. This one is just absolutely amazing. It's like I said, sort of like a chewy dried fruit scent, but it has that tobacco note, and it's also really happy smelling. It smells like sunshine, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It smells more real or natural versus synthetic. So I would definitely purchase a full bottle of. The only reason I haven't is just because it's so expensive. It's really hard for me to spend the money on niche perfumes. And this one is also a little bit harder to find on discount fragrance websites. Not sure why, but I'd have a harder time getting my hands on this one anyways. But someday I will definitely be picking up Amouage Sunshine. Another one that I really like, but I'm on the fence about whether I would purchase a full bottle because I don't know how in love with it I am, and it's also really expensive. This is Rose 31 from Labo. And this one I do want to spray because I haven't smelled it in a while. This one is so nice. It's also unisex like the Labo fragrances are, but it's rose, so it does have this really pretty femininity to it. And it's spicy, woody, spicy rose. It's not too fresh and floral, and it's also not sweet and syrupy. It's a spicy, woody rose. I really like this one. It smells very expensive and sophisticated, but Labo is really expensive. I don't know if I'd love it enough to where I would ever spend that amount of money on it. The Sunshine one is one that I love so much. It's someday I have to have it. This, if it was cheaper, it would definitely be on my list. I'm gonna have to wear this one on my skin more often because I've only worn it a couple of times and it was a while ago, so I don't quite remember the longevity or how it smelled on my skin. But that one is definitely a maybe. It's really nice. Let's talk about one that I'm currently considering buying. This is Bulgari Omnia Coral, and this one is a very fresh, pretty, girly, summertime scent. I believe this has hibiscus in it, And I'm not sure what the other notes are, but it's very like pretty feminine scent. The reason I wanted to smell this one is because the channel here on YouTube, Curly Scents, she does videos where she has males like rate perfumes, and this was like a really high rating from both of the guys in her video, so I really wanted to pick it up, but I wanted to smell it first. I'm gonna dab this one on a paper because I haven't really had it for a long time, so I haven't gotten to like fully create my opinion on it. Yeah, this really reminds me of that sort of Chance Eau Tendre, even like Daisy by Marc Jacobs type of scent, but it has a little bit of a unique quality because of the hibiscus, which isn't a super common note, but it definitely has the vibe of those perfumes where it's like fresh and floral, a little bit sweet. It's a really nice scent. I can definitely see why guys would like it. It's not polarizing at all, and it's honestly not the type of perfume that I would go crazy for. Like, I would say it's nice. I don't know if it's worth purchasing a full bottle, but just because they rated it so highly, I would be curious to wear this around my husband or see if I got more compliments on it, because I am human and sometimes it does influence like what I wear based on like the compliments I receive. But I'll still wear whatever I want. I just do like to have some perfumes like that. This is really nice though. Next is a perfume that I really like. This is Girl of Now by Ellie Saab, but this is the Shine version. So this is not the original Girl of Now. This one I'm gonna spray as well. I already know I love this though. I never noticed that the juice was that orangey color. That's interesting. When you first spray it, it has this like pineapple in the beginning that's very like summery and almost like pina colada. As it dries down though, it gets very creamy and rich and buttery, like shea butter. It almost has the slightest bit of similarities to Twilight Woods from Bath & Body Works, but it's also very different, and it's also much more complex. It smells more expensive, but it has that like warm, woody creaminess to it in a very summery way, where it has that like bronze goddess type of scent to it. It smells like a luxurious, glowy body lotion in the summertime. It's beautiful. I'm very tempted to just purchase a full bottle of this for the rest of the summer, but I have other perfumes right now that I need to go through. It's hard to justify it, but wow, Girl of Now Shine by Ellie Saab is so beautiful. Let's move straight into Le Parfum. This one is more year-round appropriate. It could be a signature scent, florally, but it does have this like sweetness in the beginning. As it dries down, it gets a little bit powdery. It becomes a soft, feminine fragrance. It's so pretty, you guys. This is like a very feminine woman that's sophisticated. She has money, but it could also be more laid back. It's not loud or screechy or too powerful. It's just a really pretty feminine scent that you could wear to work or you could wear to a ball. Like, honestly, it's really feminine and versatile in this way. I think this would be a really great signature scent, and it is one that I'm on the fence about whether I'll purchase a full bottle of. Sort of like the Omnia Coral. I don't know if it's unique enough for me to purchase, but I do really like the scent, so that's kind of where I'm at. But it's really nice. That's Ellie Saab Le Parfum. Let's get into a deep, dark nighttime scent that I really like. This is Tom Ford Black Orchid, and I know this is sort of like a polarizing scent. Not everybody loves this. This is the EDP version. I would love to smell the EDT version as well, just to see which one I prefer, but I know I really like this one. This is sexy, night out. Like, I would not wear this in the daytime. I would not wear this to like a family type of function. This is like night out on the town. But I like it. I really like this one. I'd be very curious to smell Tom Ford Noir, because I know that one is also a really popular women's fragrance from Tom Ford that a lot of people say is really great for a night out as well. This one has a little bit of a sharpness, almost like medicinal quality, but it almost smells like this sample is starting to turn a little bit because I've had it for so long, because I use it so sparingly, because I don't want to run out of it. Just every once in a while, if I'm having a night out, I've worn this a few times, but I don't want to use it up because I really like it. So I think this one might be going a little bit bad. It just is starting to smell a little different, but it still has that classic Black Orchid scent. Very unique, sort of spicy, floral, but in a dark way, like a dark purple is what I picture. This is like a dark purple dress. Now I'm picking up some of those qualities from the Curly Scents guys, but I know that this is sort of like a polarizing type of scent. Not everybody's gonna like this, which sort of reminds me that I do have a sample of Alien in my bathroom. Totally forgot to get it. Don't want to get up and go get that one, but that one I am also still deciding on. It's very strong and perfumey and like synthetic, but I also really like it in a way. So I'm gonna have to test that one out some more. I do really like Tom Ford Black Orchid though. That could be like a unisex scent. Let's talk about one more before I get into my Zara perfumes because I don't want to leave those all until the end. I have here Perfumes de Marly Dalina. This one I have worn quite a few times, but you don't need a lot of this and people can definitely smell me when I wear this, and I still have like almost half of the sample left, or like a third at least. This goes a long way. I could see myself getting a decant of this and taking a really long time to go through it, but I do have the dupe fragrance for this. It is First Kiss by Be Layered, and while I do really like that scent, this one is almost a little bit softer. I would say the projection and longevity are very similar on these two, but there is more of a sharpness in the dupe fragrance that Dalina doesn't have as much of. It still has like that rhubarb soury kind of note, but it's not as sharp as it is in First Kiss, and so for that reason I do prefer Dalina, but it is very expensive, so I don't know when I would purchase a full bottle of this, although it is on my list, and I do really like this one. This is one that people either love or hate. I feel like personally, I've gotten compliments on this where people are like, what are you wearing? But then my husband always has an issue with this one and First Kiss by Be Layered. It's way too strong for him and he gets like a headache the second that he's like around me or in an enclosed space when I'm wearing this perfume. It's just too much for him, but he's very sensitive to scents. Like pretty much everything is too much for him, but I have gotten compliments on this one and it is a really beautiful feminine floral scent that is really beautiful in the summertime. Now let's get into my Zara ones and we'll just go over these quickly. My favorites, I'm gonna say it right off the bat, are Femme and Wonder Rose. So Wonder Rose is one that it doesn't smell like how I was expecting it to smell. It's not really a rose fragrance at all. I don't even think it has notes of rose in it. I feel like the names or the notes with Zara perfumes are really off and you really just have to go onto Fragrantica and look at the similar rated fragrances or like the fragrances that they smell like, or like smell them for yourself in samples like this. So Wonder Rose is like a rich, sweet berry scent. To me, this is like berry cobbler almost. Let me spray it again just to sort of refresh my memory. I'll rip this in half because I'm running out. I've worn this one quite a bit actually. I love to spray this one on and they seem to be lasting really well. Yes, this is like a sweet berry perfume, but now that I'm smelling it, it is more perfumey than a berry cobbler scent. It's almost like sweet berries that you would put on top of your strawberry shortcake. Not the shortcake part, but like the berry part. Because it's not super like warm and vanilla-y, although it does have a little bit of that. It's just a really nice sweet berry scent and I could definitely see myself purchasing this one. That's Wonder Rose from Zara. And then the other one that I really like as well is Femme. This one to me smells very similar to Black Opium, but the reality is there's a few others here that smell similar to Black Opium, like for instance Gourmand Addict. This one has that vibe as well, and then Oriental has a little bit of that vibe, although this one smells more like a flower bomb type of scent, I would say. Femme is really like warm and sweet and it has that like Black Opium vibe. In my opinion, I really, really like this one. I can definitely see myself picking up a bottle of this one. The longevity on this is really good for a cheap Zara perfume, and it's such an affordable scent. That is Femme. And then Oriental, like I said, it's sort of like a floral, warm floral Oriental perfume. Naturally, let me spray this one on paper again. Yeah, this one is a very soft scent. It's not overpowering. It's not very strong. I don't think I'd pick this one up just because the longevity and projection I don't think is really good, but it is a nice scent. It does smell sophisticated. It's like a warm floral. It's just not strong enough, I think, to make it worth it to purchase a bottle. And also, I think this one's only available in the UK, so I can't even pick up a bottle. Not sure why they have the sample available in the US, but not the full bottle. Very odd. But Gourmand Addict is similar to Femme, a little bit more actually like foodie. It has like a caramel note in it, I think. I have that one on my arm right now. It's sweet. It's warm, a little bit more gourmand than Femme, although they do have the same type of vibe in my opinion. Twilight Mauve. This one is not what I was expecting. I honestly thought this one was going to be like a powdery floral. But this one, the second I smelled it, I said, this smells like that Beatalicious apple perfume. I went and looked it up on Fragrantica, and that is like the perfume that it is most compared to. It definitely has that fresh apple, sort of like shampoo-y scent to it, but it is really nice, and I honestly could see myself purchasing a bottle of this if I wanted that type of scent, but I wanted something more affordable and didn't want to spend a lot of money on it because it's not like my favorite type of perfume. So I do like Twilight Mauve. It's just not the type of scent that I usually go for. And then the rest of these in here, honestly, I think they're pretty basic. Apple Juice and Ultra Juicy are sort of like basic, simple scents. They're not very strong. Pink Flambe, I think I was the most underwhelmed by. I really expected this to be more unique and different. It was very, very basic, a little bit like Viva La Juicy, but much more toned down, much more light, nothing groundbreaking at all. I would not recommend this one. And then Tuberose, I haven't smelled this one enough, so I can't quite remember what exactly it smells like. Let me spray it. Yeah, this is just a nice, like, fresh floral scent. But again, nothing groundbreaking. These four I'm not really a big fan of. I don't think they're anything incredible. So those are my thoughts. These ones I prefer, but my favorite are probably the Femme and Wonder Rose. Going through the rest of these quicker because this video is already getting really long. I have Chloe Nomad. This one I think is really, really nice. It's like sort of an oak mossy floral scent. It's almost a little bit unisex, but it's still very feminine at the same time, if that makes sense. This is probably my favorite Chloe perfume I've ever smelled. I'm not the biggest fan of Chloe scents, but this one is really nice, and I could see myself purchasing a full bottle of this. Soft, musky, like oak mossy type of scent. This one is definitely a contender for a full bottle at some point. Mancera Roses Vanille. This one is nice, and the like performance on this is really, really good, but this one is just not my favorite scent in the world. To me, this smells like exactly like a cross between Zara Rich Warm Addictive and Dalina. Those are very different scents, but if you combine them, that is what Mancera Roses Vanille would smell like. It has that like tobacco-y, warm, sweet scent that Zara Rich Warm Addictive has. But then it also has that like rose, that fresh rose, sort of like florally scent that Dalina has. If you like both of those perfumes, maybe that sounds wonderful to you and you would love this. I did like Zara Rich Warm Addictive, but I did end up selling it because it just wasn't my favorite perfume ever, and I didn't find myself reaching for it enough. So I got rid of that one, and while I still want Dalina, I don't think that this is one that I will be picking up in the full bottle, although this is the type of scent that I usually would really like, so I'm not quite sure why it's just not my favorite, but I will use up the sample because it is a nice scent. It's just not one that I'm obsessed with. So that's Mancera Roses Vanille. Pink Sugar Sensual or Essential. This one, definitely not my favorite. I'm going to spray it again to remember what it smells like. It's like a soft, musky version of Pink Sugar, but it still has that like really like sharp, sweet cotton candy note, but not in a nice way. Not in the way that Pink Sugar does. It has the DNA, but mixed with like the soft muskiness of this, it kind of like ruins it for me. I'm not a fan of this one. I won't be purchasing the bottle. There's something really weird about it, yeah. Like it's not blended well. There's too much going on. I don't know. Not really a fan of that one. Versace Dylan Blue Parfum. This is another like shampoo-y, apple-y sort of scent, but this one is much better in my opinion than the Beatalicious one and much better than the Twilight Mauve. I think you can get this for a decent price online, but obviously it's going to be more expensive than the Zara fragrance. This one is actually very different though because it's not super apple-y. It has more of like a shampoo-y sweetness. This one is really, really nice. It also has a little bit of a depth to it that makes it kind of sexy, which is not super common for this type of a scent. Yeah, I really like Dylan Blue. That's one that I do want to pick up, to be honest. I know that this one was popular longer ago and I'm kind of late to the train, but I really like this scent. It smells really, really good, and it's not usually the type of perfume that I would go for, but if I am going to go for something like this, it's going to be this perfume, honestly. This is like my favorite of the scents like this that I've tried, like these shampoo-y, soapy, sweet, apple-y sort of scents. This is like my favorite. Okay, Flora by Gucci, Gorgeous Gardenia version. This one is so underwhelming to me. It smells like Viva La Juicy, but the longevity is almost worse. I don't think it's worth the money, so I won't be purchasing a full bottle of Flora by Gucci. Voce Viva. This one, the second I smelled it, it reminded me of YSL Libra. I really think it smells similar to that. maybe a little bit more sweet. And I did sell my Libra perfume. It was nice, but it wasn't my favorite. And while I almost think I like this one a little bit more, I still don't like it enough to purchase a bottle of it. Yeah, that one is a little different from Libra, but it's in the same sort of fragrance family in my opinion. But it is a nice scent. I have absolutely nothing against this one. I don't know why it doesn't catch my attention that much. Next, we have Gold Sugar by Pink Sugar. And this one, I remember not really liking it, but I am going to spray it again just to kind of refresh my memory. You guys, I'm sorry, it's raining, like pouring tarantulas rain down right now, or whatever you want to call it. So it's really loud and you may hear it, but I can't do really anything about the rain. This one is like a cheap version of the Ellie Saab Girl of Now Shine. Like a much cheaper, like body spray version. It's really not very nice. It sort of smells like coconut drink, but in a cheap way. And it has a little bit of that pink sugar DNA, but I don't think it mixes well with this scent. To be honest, I feel like I don't really like any of the pink sugar flankers that I've tried, even though I do like pink sugar. These are just not blended very well, and they're not my favorite. So next, I have Black Opium. I've gone through a travel size of this one, and I already know that I really love it. The only reason I haven't purchased it is just because I feel like it's always there, and it is very, very overdone. Lots of people have Black Opium, and even though I don't mind smelling like other people, I really don't. I just want to wear what I like. This isn't at the top of my list to get because I know I can get it anytime, and I have been able to wear it at a point in my life. And I have other perfumes similar to this that I really like as well. So I just haven't gone and spent the money on this one, but I do really, really like Black Opium. Honestly, I'm not ashamed to say that at all. Then we have this Miu Miu Le Bleu perfume. I'm almost done with this sample because I really wanted to use it up, even though I really don't like this scent. It is very fresh and powdery and screechy in my opinion. It sort of reminds me of the same type of fragrance that the Chloe EDP is, and I'm not really a fan of that. So maybe if you like Chloe EDP, you'll like this Miu Miu Le Bleu, or Low Blue. I'm not sure how to say that. I'm just not a fan. I don't know why I sprayed this to try to go through the bottle, because I think it's stupid to wear perfumes that you don't like just to go through them. That's just my opinion. I don't like to wear perfumes I don't like. Then I have a sample of Gucci Guilty Parfum EDP. This is the EDP version. You guys, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about this one. There's something really intriguing about it. I did smell the EDT in Ulta recently, and that one smelled like it had more patchouli in it, which it was almost like a dirty patchouli that I really wasn't a fan of. So I think I might prefer the EDP version, but I'm going to put it on paper to kind of remember what it smells like. I really haven't worn this one. I only smelled it on paper once because it is a more recent sample. Okay, wow. Smelling it this time, especially since I got a little bit on my finger, I'm getting a lot more of the lilac in this. And I really, really like that lilac scent, honestly, because it's not just lilac on its own. It has this like depth to it, which makes it really sexy. It still has the patchouli, but it's not overpowering and dirty smelling like in the EDT. Wow. Okay, now that I'm smelling this again and on my skin, I really, really like this. This is like a sexy perfume. Although I don't need a lot of those because I don't go out that much, and I already have some of those. This is really, really nice. Yeah, I think the lilac in this is really what's drawing me to it. The fact that it's like a dark lilac. I'm now very tempted to get a full bottle of Gucci Guilty, the EDP version. I'm just sitting here like reveling in this. But I do want to mention, now that I'm seeing all my samples here, I don't have my Burberry Her sample with me, and that one I think is in my purse right now. I really like that scent, you guys. It is really like what people describe it, like a strawberry milkshake. I personally don't think it smells like Baccarat Rouge or Cloud or that like fragrance, that type of fragrance. It has a similar vibe, but it doesn't smell like that to me. It smells like its own perfume, like a strawberry marshmallow milkshake. It's really, really good. It's a little more perfumey though, like stronger than I expected, but it's soft at the same time. And I could see myself getting a bottle of that, but I want to go through the sample first and really get my like full opinion on that. Wow, the rain is so loud right now, you guys. It literally is just like pouring down. I can barely hear myself speak. The last fragrances that I have here are my Dossier samples. I have full bottles of all of these except for the floral grapefruit one. That one I put in a giveaway because I don't know. It's a nice scent, but I don't really see myself wearing this. This is supposed to be a dupe for Chanel Chanson Tendre, and it's nice, but I think I do prefer the Omnia Coral over this. They're similarly priced, and while this is a really, really nice scent, and if you love Chanson Tendre and you want a dupe, I think this is a good one. I just don't think I need to keep this bottle. So I have a little sample to use if I want to smell like this, but I'm giving the full bottle away in a future giveaway. So if you're interested in that, go follow me on my main channel because it will be over there. But then I have Gourmand Orange Blossom, which is a dupe for La Vie Belle, Aquatic Peony, which is a dupe for Aqua de Joya, and Oriental Vetiver, which is a dupe for Bal d'Afrique by Byredo. This is my current favorite. I'm obsessed with this. It smells like woody, fresh, almost like a pear type of scent, but I don't think it has pear in it though. It's just really, really nice, beautiful summer scent, a little bit unisex. Love Oriental vetiver. And then Aquatic Peony is a really nice unisex, sort of like fresh summer scent. I keep it because I don't have a lot of scents like that, but the reason I don't is just because it's not my favorite type of scent, but I do really like this one. And then Gourmand Orange Blossom, which is the dupe for La Vie est Belle. This one is absolutely stunning. I love this for the winter time. I'm not wearing it much right now because it is summer and it's a little cloying in the heat, but I would wear it at nighttime. I just haven't chosen it over my others for nighttime, but this one is really, really nice. It's like one of my favorite scents for the winter time. That is all my samples, you guys. This video is ridiculously long, I know, but I'm talking about so many different perfumes and I really wanted to give you guys like my full opinion on them. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe down below if you haven't already and you would like to see more videos from me. Give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will see you guys all in my next fragrance video. Bye.